My mother claims she picked it up at a yard sale. She loves telling people that I fake having nice things when I'm actually broke. My 13-year-old niece, Ava, declared this loudly to the entire Thanksgiving table while she grabbed my grandmother's heirloom pearl necklace and yanked until the old clasp gave way. The pearls exploded across the turkey platter and slid into the gravy. My sister Lauren actually laughed. My parents traded awkward looks but stayed quiet. And I just sat there, watching a century of family memory disappear into cranberry sauce, realizing for the first time that everyone at this table had always viewed me as nothing more than an easy mark. What Lauren didn't realize, what none of them realized, was that I had quietly bankrolled the perfect life she pretended was hers. And by the next morning, every dime of that support would be gone forever. Before I tell you what happened when Lauren finally learned the truth, let me ask you something. Where are you reading this from right now? And when you hear how my own family treated me, be honest, have you ever been ridiculed by people who were secretly living off your money? My name is Nicole. I'm 36, and for the past 8 years I have been the unseen ATM behind my sister's picture-perfect existence. Here's how it started. Lauren is 3 years older. In our little town outside Richmond, she was the beautiful one, the cheer captain, the one our parents poured everything into: pageants, private lessons, anything that might land her a rich husband. I was the bookish one, the plain one, the one they told, kindly, always kindly, that I should study hard because looks fade, but brains last. It was delivered as helpful advice, yet it still cut deep. Lauren did land the rich husband. Blake's family owned timberland, lakes, and half the buildings downtown. They got married when Lauren was 24 in a wedding that cost more than our childhood home. I was maid of honor in a dress Lauren picked because, as she put it with a sweet smile, "It's my day, Nick. I need to be the star. I was born to be." I smiled back. I had practiced that smile for decades. While Lauren collected diamond rings, I collected degrees, computer science, then a master's in machine learning. I moved to Northern Virginia, worked brutal hours at a tiny startup for equity my family called Funny Money. 4 years ago that startup IPO'd. My funny money turned into very real money. Enough that, if I'm careful, I never have to work again, and I've grown it considerably since. But I never told them. Partly because money changes people, partly because I knew they wouldn't suddenly respect me, and mostly because my success didn't come with a McMansion or a country club husband they could show off. It came with a sensible condo, simple clothes, and the same quiet life they'd always labeled struggling. So they kept treating me like the poor relation, and I let them, quietly keeping receipts on exactly who they were. The joke they never saw coming: Blake's old money fortune was running out. His father had made terrible real estate bets, his mother's cancer treatments cost millions, and by the time Ava was 10, Blake was quietly selling off parcels just to keep the lights on at the lake house. 3 years ago Lauren called me in tears, not to say sorry for a lifetime of digs, not to finally see me as an equal, but because Ava had been accepted into Northridge Conservatory, the top classical ballet boarding school on the East Coast. Tuition, room, board, point shoes, summer intensives, travel team, roughly 50 grand a year. They didn't have it. Nick, please. You're my sister. You must have something saved. We'll pay you back, I promise. I should have said no. Instead, I thought about 10-year-old Ava, who hadn't chosen her mother's poison yet. I thought about my grandmother whispering, "Family looks after family, no matter what." So I said yes. I set up direct billing to Northridge. 3 full years. Roughly $155,000. Lauren told everyone Ava had won a mysterious full scholarship. She told the other dance moms her in-laws had come through. She never once said the money came from the sister she loved to mock. And for a while I was okay with that. I didn't need a thank you card. I just wanted Ava to dance. Then Thanksgiving happened. We were back at my parents' house, same chipped dining table, same plastic tablecloth. Lauren arrived in her leased Range Rover, wearing clothes still on payment plans, dripping borrowed prestige. Blake looked exhausted. Ava looked spoiled. I walked in wearing my grandmother's pearls, the only thing of value she ever left me, the only piece of family I truly owned. Cute necklace, Lauren said, smirking. Going vintage? It was Nana's. She gave a pitying smile. She did love her little treasures. Dinner was the usual performance until dessert. Ava got up, circled the table, and stood behind me. Can I see it closer, Aunt Nick? Before I could answer, she grabbed the strand and jerked hard. The 80-year-old clasp snapped like a wishbone. Pearls shot everywhere, into the green beans, under the china cabinet, into people's wine glasses. Oops, Ava said, smirking. Mom says it's from a flea market anyway. She says you just pretend to have nice stuff because you're poor. Lauren laughed, that bright, cutting laugh she uses when she wants everyone to know she's in on the joke. Ava, sweetie, don't be rude. Aunt Nicole tries so hard with what little she has. My mother winced but said nothing. My father suddenly found his mashed potatoes fascinating. Blake at least looked ashamed, but he didn't open his mouth. I stared at my grandmother's pearls swimming in butter sauce while the people I'd supported for years laughed at me. Something inside me that had been splintering for 36 years finally shattered. Excuse me, I said quietly. I walked to the powder room, locked the door, and called Northridge Conservatory's finance office. This is Nicole Harper. I'm the sponsor on Ava Mitchell's account. I need to terminate all payments and withdraw sponsorship effective immediately. The woman hesitated. Ma'am, spring semester invoices are all ready, I'm sure. She'll need to make alternate arrangements. I washed my hands, fixed my face, walked back out, collected every pearl I could find, said calm goodbyes, and drove home. The call came 3 days later. Lauren was hysterical. What did you do? Northridge says the sponsor pulled funding. They won't let Ava return after break unless we pay $28,000 by January. Where are we supposed to get that kind of money? Sounds like a you problem. A me problem? You've been paying this whole time? You. The realization hit her like a slap. But you can't possibly, can't I? Nicole, please. This is Ava's future. You can't punish a child over, your daughter destroyed the only heirloom I have from our grandmother, on purpose, while you laughed. After 3 years of letting me pay for her future while you taught her I'm trash. So yes, Lauren, I can. She didn't know what she was doing. She knew exactly what you taught her, that I'm worthless. Now you get to explain to her why her broke aunt was the only thing keeping her at Northridge. Maybe that lesson will stick. Nicole, I'm begging, beg Blake. Beg his parents. Beg the friends you've been lying to for years. I'm done. I hung up. The aftermath was swift and brutal. They couldn't come up with the money. The scholarship story unraveled. Word spread fast in those circles. Ava had to withdraw. She now takes class at the county recreation center, perfectly good training, just not the elite pipeline she was on. Her professional dreams aren't dead, just a lot harder. My parents called, furious. How could you do this to your own niece over a stupid necklace? I told them the exact amount I'd paid over 3 years. Dead silence. They had truly believed Lauren's lies about Blake's family covering it. $155,000, my mother whispered. You paid that, for Ava? And had Nana's pearls destroyed as thanks. While my sister laughed. So no, I'm not the villain here. They haven't spoken to me since. That was 4 months ago. Lauren no longer answers my calls, she can't afford the facade anymore. Blake took an actual job. They sold the lake house and moved into a 3-bedroom colonial like normal people. Last month Ava mailed me a letter, Lauren doesn't know. She apologized for the necklace. Said she'd just repeated what her mom always says. asked if I could ever forgive her. I wrote back. I told her forgiveness is earned when someone understands the harm they caused. I told her her mother's values aren't a life sentence. I told her real talent doesn't need a $50,000 tuition bill, and that I believe in her future, just not on my dime anymore. The necklace is repaired now. A jeweler in DC restrung every pearl we recovered, replaced the clasp with a stronger one, and cleaned decades of wear. $800, and 4 weeks later, it hangs around my neck again, where it belongs. I wear it to every family event now. No one says a word about it. No one dares. If you're reading this and you've ever been the secret benefactor, the quiet supporter, the one they mocked while spending your money, I want you to hear this clearly: your generosity is a gift, not a tax. Your love is not an endless resource others are entitled to mine. And when the people you lift up turn around and kick you, you are allowed to drop the rope. Let them feel how heavy the world is without you holding it up. You gave enough. If this hit home, leave a comment. And stick around, I have a feeling the next chapter is going to be good.